Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here for a math lesson today in time. In first grade we learned time to the hour and half hour, and so today we're going to start just with the hour. You will need some kind of a clock that you can, there we go, that you can change. So a real clock isn't going to work. If you are in my class or at my school, we have provided these in your packet that you will pick up tomorrow. So make sure that you do this lesson with some kind of a clock. You can make one of these if you are not at my school or didn't pick up the packet. It's just a piece of paper. We made two little hands. One needs to say hour, one needs to say minute. The minute hand needs to be longer than the hour hand. This is really, really important. Or you can just draw it on a piece of paper and then draw in the hands as we're going through the lesson. But you will need some kind of a clock that you can look at and be able to change, all right? So go ahead, make sure you've got those supplies, and as soon as you're ready, come back and we'll get started. Okay, so I am small now, but you can see what I have written here. And so if you would like to read it with me, that would be great. So at midnight or 12 o'clock, and this is what this looks like. Both hands are pointed up to the 12, okay? So at 12 o'clock or midnight every night, we begin a new day. As each minute goes by, so our minute hand is the long one, and it goes by 1 minute at a time. Both hands of the clock move. When the minute hand gets down to the 6, that shows us that our hour hand has moved halfway between these are two numbers, and that our minute hand has gone halfway around. You guys remember we just did halves and quarters the other day. So this is halfway down, halfway around the clock, okay? So then the minute hand continues, and when it gets up to the top, it tells us that we have just completed a full hour. We can look at the hour hand to tell which hour we have completed in a new day, okay? So that's basically how a clock works. Here's our face, we have two hands. On our next slide, I have a little poem for you, okay? So it shows us our clock. Hickory dickory dock, repeat. There are two hands on the clock. Hours is short. Minutes is long. Hickory dickory dock. All right, I'm going to do the hand motions with you, but I want you guys to say it, all right? So let's start right here. Hickory. Nice job, guys. All right, so we know that our hour hand is the short hand. That's going to tell us what hour we're in. And our minute hand is the long one, and that's going to tell us how many minutes we've gone through in our hour. Okay, so here I have a clock. You guys can see it here. I'm going to make my clock look just like that, okay? We always want to start with our hours. What do we start with? Our hours. And so on our hours, we look at the little hand. Why do we look at the little hand? Because it's the hour hand. So if you look at this clock with me, the little hand is the red one, okay? So it's pointing to the 3. So it is 3, and then we need to look at the minute hand. So our minute hand is pointing straight up to the 12. The 12 means 0 minutes in the hour. So we put 2 zeros after that, and we say it is 3 o'clock. If we write this in numbers, or in words, we would say it is 3, and then the 00 means it is o'clock, okay? So this time right here is 3 o'clock. Which hand do we start with? our minute hand, or our hour hand. Which hand do we go to after? Yeah, our minute hand. Good job. All right, so let's check this one. There are digital clocks. Lots of you guys probably know digital clocks because of things like this. This tells me what time it is. So right now, as I'm filming this, it is 12. That's the hour, is 12. And we've had 29 minutes. So it is 12:29. But if we look at the clock right here, that says it is 1 o'clock, okay? So if I were going to put that on our analog clock, our hour is what? 1. So I need to make sure that my hour hand is pointing to my 1. And then the minutes are o'clock, which is 0 minutes. How many minutes is o'clock? 0. So it needs to point up to the 12. Okay? Sometimes you'll see digital clocks on, like your car, microwaves, ovens, TVs, those kinds of things. Either way, though, our hour comes first, and then we have our minutes, okay? So which number do we look at first? Our hours. Good. All right, so right here we have a couple of clocks, okay? We have an I do, a we do, and a you do. We'll do the I do first, okay? So this is my turn. I'm going to walk you through my thinking, okay? So I know that we look at our hour first. Hour is the shorthand. So if I look at these numbers, I need to find my shorthand, okay? My shorthand is this one right here. It's pointing at this number. This is the number 9. So my hour is 9. Then I look at my minute hand. My minute hand is the long one. The minute hand is pointing straight up to 12. 12 means 0 minutes. So we would say that it is 9 o'clock. Oh, that's a funky looking 0. That's a little better. Okay, so this shows 9 o'clock. Next, this is one of the trickier ones, okay? Again, start at our shorthand. Here, our shorthand is a little bit thicker to help us see the difference. So this one is pointing down at 6. So my hour is 6. My minutes are up here, which it's not 12 minutes, it's how many minutes? 0 minutes, which means that it is 6 o'clock. All right, let's go ahead and do the we do. You can make your clocks look just like this. So let's go ahead and put our shorthand pointing down to our 5, and our long hand is up at the 12, okay? There we go. So now we need to figure out what this time is. We start with our shorthand. Our shorthand tells us that it is pointing to what number? Yeah, the 5. So it's 5. And then our hour hand is, or our minute hand is pointing up to what number? So can I put a 12 after that 5? No, because that would mean that it was 12 minutes, and that's not what that 12 means. That 12 means that it's 0 minutes. So our time is what? Yeah, 5 o'clock. All right, you guys try this one. Make your clock look like it. So our shorthand is at our 3, our long hand is at our 12. What time is that? Go ahead and write it down, and then I'll come back and check on you. All right, guys, so hopefully you had time to figure out what time this is. If you said that this is 3 o'clock, kiss your hand, or kiss your brain. It is 3 o'clock because our shorthand, our hour hand, is pointing at the 3, and our minute hand, there we go, is pointing up at the 12. Okay, I'm going to scoot this down for you. I want you guys to do this one. Come back and check your work in just a minute. All right, guys, so let's check your work. The first one, did you have 4:12? No. Oh, that's right. The 12 is not the minutes. The 12 means 0 minutes. Thank you for helping me fix my mistake. That means that that is 4 o'clock. And your next one, you should have 11 o'clock. Great job, guys. All right, let me put up a couple more for you to practice. So here's our analog, okay? What time is it? Yeah, our big hand is at the 12. Our small hand is at the 11, which means it is 11 o'clock. Good job. What time is this? 8 o'clock. Which number comes first, hours or minutes? Hours. And is that the shorthand or is that the longhand? Yeah, that's the shorthand. So check this one. Shorthand says it's. Longhand says it's. So it is 10 o'clock. Nice job. How about this one? Shorthand, longhand, 3 o'clock. How about this one? Shorthand, longhand, 7 o'clock. Oh, and now we're thinking. Hold on just a second. Okay. So if you see this little red hand, that is our second hand. And so we are not really going to worry about that for right now. Okay. I'm not sure why it keeps going. All right, let's see if I can. Okay, so I have given you a time. I lost my clock. I want you to make your clock say the same time. So right here, our first number is what? 2. That is our hour. So make your shorthand point to the 2. And then we have 0 minutes. What number goes to 0 minutes? 12. Ooh, there we go. So your clock should look like this. Okay? That's what I want you to do on these. So let's try this one. 6 o'clock. That is all in words. Can you still make your clock look like that? Yeah, go ahead and do that. Our hour hand is down at the 6 and our minute hand is up at the 12. Okay, how about this one? While you are doing yours, I am also changing mine. My short hand is at the 5. My long hand is at the 12. All right, let's try another one. Ooh, this is a tricky one. So look at your hour hand first. Make your hour hand point to that number. Then look at how many minutes you've got and make your minute hand point to that number. Your clock should look like this. All right, let's try this one. All right, check me and see if I'm correct. What do you mean, no? I never make mistakes, do I? For those of you in my class, I'm sure you are laughing and saying, yes, I make mistakes all the time, which is true. So what did I do here, guys? I want you to tell Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa why my number is not correct. When you do that, come back and we'll see if I've fixed it correctly. All right, I'm hoping that most of you guys said it was incorrect because my hour hand was pointed to my minutes. My hour hand should have been pointed at the 4. The minute hand should have been pointed at the 12. Remember, my hour hand tells me what hour we are in. So we are about to start the 4th hour, okay? Here are some other clocks that you guys can practice with. Go ahead and pause that. Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, you guys can give them as many clocks as possible. Give them times. Remember, today we are just going to the hour, so our minute hand should always be up at our 12 today. And tomorrow, I hope you guys come back so we can learn time to the half hour. So keep on learning, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.